This one video is going to save you years of your life. This is probably the best video that I've ever made, and I'm not even exaggerating. This information that I'm going to give you, just give me 5 minutes. I promise it'll be worth your time. You might have to even bookmark this video and come back to it multiple times. I know I will, because this is literally like, it took me 3, 4, 5 years of compiling information just to put it to you in the most simple fashion in this video. It's not gonna be what you expect, and I promise I'll try to jump into it straight away, not to waste your time. But if you've seen any of my other videos in terms of law of assumption, manifestation, becoming the best version of yourself, my philosophy is simple. If you can become the best version of yourself, achieving your dreams and goals becomes a lot easier all of a sudden. Because you as yourself, your old self or your current self, isn't capable of achieving your biggest dreams and goals. In order to achieve your biggest dreams and goals, you have to become an entirely different person with an entirely different subconscious mind. Because consciously you can desire XYZ, but subconsciously you're programmed with, for something much less. Your ceiling is just there, it's invisible, you can feel it, you can't escape it. That's why no matter how many times you try to create this habit routine, it just never works, because your subconscious is literally programmed for something completely different. And you could study psycho-cybernetics, you could study a ton of authors, a ton of people. You know what you need to do to manifest your goal. If you've seen my other video on Neville Goddard, it's living in the state of the wish fulfilled and carrying it throughout the day, which is extremely important. Now, how do you actually put this into practice? How do you live in your new frequency, your desired frequency, so often and so naturally that it becomes your default setting? The point where your new frequency can become your default setting, or you can permanently live in the state of the wish fulfilled, then you will achieve your goal effortlessly with no problem. The same thing is said, once you become the best version of yourself, everything else will fall into place and everything else becomes extremely easy. So, how do you kill your old frequency? How do you destroy your old self? Why is this the best video that I've ever made? And probably the simplest video that I've ever made. I'll put it to you this way. If you've ever seen the cartoons when you were a kid of like the little devil and the little angel on the shoulder, just know that's every single day of your life. And I don't mean it in like a religious context. I mean, when you wake up, how do you approach the day? You need to, and it's very difficult to do this without what I'm giving you here. You need to approach that day as if you were already that version of yourself. You can't approach it as you, because you don't just. For example, if right now you're running a multi-billion-dollar public company listed on the stock exchange, you probably wouldn't do very well, truly, because you're not capable of doing those things. Yet there's hundreds of people like that, hundreds of CEOs that do the exact same thing. So how do you do it? How do you achieve your goals in the quickest, fastest time possible? You need to put your mind in a state of, I forgot if it's alpha or theta. You need to meditate. And when you meditate, you first need to put yourself in the brainwave that's, I think it's alpha or theta. I completely forgot, so forgive me. You need to calm your mind to the point where you can feel stillness completely within you. And it almost feels like you're half asleep. You know that feeling when you're like about to fall asleep, but you're kind of still awake, that awkward feeling? You need to put yourself in that state. Maybe not so deep, but you need to at the very least, calm your mind for 10 to 15 minutes, at least. Some people it can be done, a little bit quicker, but about 10 to 15 minutes. Sometimes binaural beats help. When you're meditating, you need to visualize the best version of yourself, the version of yourself that already has everything you want. This is nothing new to you. Let me finish. This is nothing new to you. You need to visualize becoming the best version of yourself, already having all the things you want, living your dream life, living as if you were the movie, seeing it in your mind's eye. Doing all that, feeling those emotions, feeling good about it, but making it feel natural. Do it for not more than 30 minutes. That's probably the longest you want to do it for. But don't do it for 5 minutes either. Do it for 15 or 20 minutes where you're actually like maybe 10 minutes. The first 10 minutes you meditate, calm your mind. The next 15 minutes you go ahead and start visualizing until you feel good, and then you can stop. You don't have to do it for an hour or 2 hours. That's too much. But what happens when you do this? First of all, not only does it feel really, really good, you all of a sudden get clarity on exactly what you need to do. For those 15 to 20 minutes, you literally feel like that person. You feel the self-worth, you feel the abundance, you feel the confidence, you feel the mastery come over you, which is what pulls you to your goal. Now, you've already done that. You're thinking to yourself, dude, I've done this a million times. What's the point of this video? And I just, this is such a game changer. The key is you want to do this multiple times throughout the day to maintain that state of the wish fulfilled. You can put yourself in the state of the wish fulfilled, but to maintain it, that's really the difficult part. So you need to start a new routine. I'm telling you right now. Do this for the next 30 days. Come back to this video. You're welcome. Your life is going to change. What do you need to do? In the morning, whenever you wake up, your mind is already in an alpha/theta brainwave state. In the morning, this could be a lot shorter because your mind is already, you can just go straight to visualizing. I mean, as soon as you wake up, don't touch your phone because your phone is going to absorb all that into your subconscious. Definitely don't do that. But when you wake up, you can start meditating. 15, 20 minutes. That would be fantastic. Visualize the goal already being achieved. Visualize yourself living that life. Visualize a simple scene that implies its fulfillment. All the things we talked about on this channel, stuff you've already probably do. After that, maybe plan your day, go about your day, and do that. In the afternoon, do it again. Probably around noon, 1, 2, 3 p.m., whenever feels comfortable for you, do it again in the afternoon. Do it again. First, calm your mind, 10, 20 minutes, and then do the meditation, do the visualization. Why do you keep doing it in the afternoon? Because it's almost like a pump. When you go to the gym, you want to pump yourself up. You need the pump in order for you, because you don't want to operate from your current self. You want to operate from your desired self, from your best self. So you want to do these to ground yourself and put yourself not only in the state of the wish fulfilled, but also in the best version of yourself. Don't force yourself to do this, but it needs to, at the same time, it needs to be done, because you need to practice being that version more than your current version. So again, in the morning, in the afternoon, and again, once more in the evening. You're doing this at least 3 times a day, maybe 4 times a day, depending on your schedule and how much free time you have. Maybe 4 times a day, 2 in the afternoon, kind of obviously spread out. And that's it. That's what you need to do. As simple as that sounds, try it. Try it for a week. What happens? You need, meditating is fantastic. Not only do you clean your mind, you literally quantum insert yourself as that person, and then you go about your day as if you were that person. But once you do it 3 times a day or 4 times a day, again, every meditation would be 10 to 30 minutes. The one in the morning is the shortest because you're already in theta. The one in the afternoons might be a little bit longer because you have to get yourself in theta. And the one in the evening, you're going to go to sleep soon anyway, so might as well put yourself in that brainwave so you can sleep better anyway. So it's just a win-win there. So there you go. That's the secret. This information took me 5-6 years to compile. I know it sounds simple. I know you might be like, wow. But, sometimes simplicity, and by the way, I've paid so much money for this very same video. I've paid so much money. It doesn't matter if the meditation has a binaural beat. Doesn't matter if it's guided or non-guided. Doesn't matter. You understand the rules, you understand the purpose is to put yourself and feel the emotion of the wish fulfilled. Anyone can feel the emotion of the wish fulfilled. You have to carry it through like a fragrance, like a perfume. But metaphysics aside from this metaphysics woo-woo stuff, aside from that stuff, it's just pure common sense. If you're not achieving the goals that you want to achieve, it's because you're not the person you're not the person that would achieve those goals. In order to achieve those goals in the quickest time possible, you need to put yourself in the mental state of that person. So if you were a millionaire right now, what would you be doing? How would you be approaching this offer? How would you be approaching your ads or your outreach? When you do these meditations, you're constantly putting yourself in that point, bringing the future to the present. Do this 3-4 times a day. Make this your number 1 priority in your business, and your business is going to change. As simple as this video is, it's probably the most powerful video that I've done. If you want to watch more videos on the channel, feel free to do so. This is what I'm doing in my personal life, and this is what I believe is going to make me as successful as possible. So please save this video. Don't just watch it. Please try it. Leave a comment down below I'll respond to every single comment on this video. Give me your opinion, give me your take. It might seem excessive, but again, if you want to achieve your goals and your highest goals, your highest aspirations, you know, like, it's just a price that has to be paid. And by the way, I'm not saying you don't need to take action or any of that stuff. You definitely do. Obviously, you know what? Let me actually add the second point to this video. Do that. And then the second point regarding action, think to yourself, what is the number one highest leverage activity that I can do towards this goal? And then what is the number two highest leverage activity for this goal? For example, for one of my businesses, the number two highest leverage thing I could possibly do is sales. Making sure I have the best sales training, the best salespeople. For number one, it's leads and sales calls. But for you, it might be different. What is the number one, number two highest leverage thing? In terms of action, that's what you need to do. In terms of getting your mind right, that's what you need to do. 3 meditations a day, 4 meditations a day, 10 to 30 minutes. What can I say? That's it. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Give me your thoughts. Give me your experience. I want to hear about it. I want to talk to you guys. I've never done this before. This is new for me. Maybe I can learn a thing or two. And that way we can inspire each other. I'm going to make more videos like this. If you are interested in that, then let me know. Otherwise, talk soon.